Hey guys, Matt Donald here. So I recently got a new computer, and that's what we recorded this on, and I had forgotten... Penny, yes, hello, I'll let them know. Hold on, Penny. I didn't realize what microphone was plugged into the computer, so this one has slightly worse audio quality on my end than the other episodes. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of a heads up. Do not worry, it'll be back to normal next... Yes, Penny, hold on. Thank you for informing me. It'll be back to normal next episode, and from all the ones here on out, hopefully. So, I mean, this, hopefully, is good. Should be good. It's better. Enjoy the episode!
Hey, David, it's been a while since we had an ad, even though it was last time. So what is this episode sponsored? What is this episode of the Writ sponsored by, or brought to you by?
All right.
Seamless!
This episode is such a seamless... This episode of the Writ is brought to you by the Websford Thesaurus.
Whoa.
Are your conversations too basic? Is your daily life boring for a lack of interesting word choice? Then you should check out the Websford Thesaurus.
I might.
This tome is released with all of the latest content, including a dictionary for current slang usage, synonyms, antonyms, homonyms to watch out for, if they exist, and example sentences that immediately show the conversion from plaid to rad.
Whoa, plaid to rad! Give me an example!
Of course. Thanks for asking, Donald. For example, let's take a look at yelled. Yelled,
yes.
Commonly used as an alternative to said, shouted, screaming at someone in anger or fear.
I do yell a lot, David!
Yelled synonyms. Shouted, cried, hollered. Yelled improvements. So-and-so fumed more profusely than a kettle on the stove.
I don't like that. That makes me really angry for some reason. I don't know. I shout,
Great,
I
isn't
cry,
it?
I holler, and let's move on.
For the small price of $38.99 plus tax, you can take it home today. Use the discount code RITWIT at your participating Corridors bookstores, and you will receive a 15% markdown at checkout.
Corridors Bookstores is my favorite bookstore. It's all the books that I ever want to store are in that bookstore. I really hope we still get money for this.
Available wherever books are stored, including online at eBay or Amazon.com.
Ooh.
While you're at Amazon, please check out Matt Donald's published works, Megazoic or The Primeval Power. If the thesaurus doesn't do it for you, also consider the encyclopedia available from Websford.
Whoa, an encyclopedia?
Replete with history lessons and context, in addition to all of that other stated content, available in 11 volumes for the mere fortune of $958.45, plus shipping and handling with online orders and presumably tax wherever you purchase.
Whoa, what a bargain!
Remember, for all your worldly needs, think of Websford.
Wow, this sounds great! I'll get Websford today!
Welcome, fellow nerds, to another episode of the Writ.
Every time I do that Mickey Mouse style, like, that voice, it's killing my throat. Hold on, let me get some.
Welcome, fellow nerds, to another episode of the Writ, the show where us two twits who talk about writing have actually found something that supports writing to sponsor our episode. We're so happy about that, so thank you very much to the people at
all of our
Websford.
other ads, none of them are real. I don't know, to sort of break the illusion, but this is real. This is the real stuff, baby.
Thank you so much for Websford
beans
sponsoring this episode. We look forward to working with them more in the future if that comes up. Well, which you'll hear one way or another.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyways,
who knows? What?
Who knows? It's a great.
Life is a mystery, an adventure, a descent into hell in which there is no escape. I'm sorry. That's how I.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Anyway,
what are good intentions? Everyone sucks. Sorry, that's my existential crisis of
existential crisis, monthly existential crisis, right?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So today, it's fitting that we have the Websford Thesaurus.
I'd say so.
Sponsoring this episode. Well, okay, Websford in general, but obviously the Thesaurus in particular, because today we're doing a little thing that I
like to call
the
game show.
Thesaurus Challenge. And the Thesaurus Challenge, well, we'll explain the rules of that a little bit more in depth as we get to each particular
should be very
game.
fun. Like, we've already lined up some great guest hosts to help us out. Alex Trebek,
Yes.
the Deal or No Deal
Pat
guy. I don't know what his
Sajak.
name was. He's bald though.
His name is Howie Mandel.
Is that still on?
I don't believe it is because he went to like X Factor to be a judge or something.
Okay,
His
the
name
X
is
Factor
Howie
guys. They're all here. Oh
Mandel.
wait.
Yeah, they're all here.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm getting something on my phone. They all canceled. Dang it, we have to do this on our own, David.
Darn. We have to do it ourselves. Darn it. Okay. Anyway,
I was-
we will explain the rules for each particular segment once we get to them. It's going to be a little bit more sectionalized than most episodes because we got a couple of different things we wanted to do to enhance
Hopefully it's
your vocabulary.
Did you say
which is why
sexualized? What in this
I said
type of climate?
sectionalized.
Political climate? How dare you, David?
You really didn't hear me say sectionalized, did you?
No, you sexualized.
Oh my God.
Ugh, you fiend.
Spare me, Donald.
All
Anyway.
right, sorry, David.
Because there are a bunch of different things worth opening the thesaurus for to improve your vocabulary. But we'll get more into that after we hit our usual segments.
Right. The Thesaurus Rex will not roar just yet. We will get to that. Anyways. So yeah, what will we rip off from this month? That's our first of our usual segments. You know, it'd be really funny if we just flipped it for no reason. I mean, I'd find that funny. I don't know why that'd be funny, but if we just... I don't know.
Whatever.
That's my way to cause anarchy. To just such devious ways to flip the segments of the show. Next thing you'll know, I'll be stealing everyone's left sock.
Well, that'll throw everybody off. But I suppose because you're rambling over there that you want me to go first then.
I mean, if you want, I don't know. I don't. Well, I don't know. What? I don't know. Go first.
All right.
You've figured it out already. I
you.
don't know nothing. No more. No.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, I was looking desperately for things to really rip off from this month. Like I was watching shows. You know, I do that on the side when I get home and I don't really feel like doing anything. I'll watch,
which is every day, I'm assuming.
Netflix or whatever. Not literally Netflix, but that idea.
Right.
And this month, I had a hard time finding something until like. Just a few days ago, I found this one episode in a show that is, of course, near and dear to my heart. You probably know where I'm going with this.
Is it Power Rangers? Is it SpongeBob? Is it...
I never talked about SpongeBob.
Is it Teletubbies?
As something
I know you're the biggest Tinky Winky fan that I know.
I can't remember their name.
Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La La,
Poe, right? I was gonna say I remembered Poe's name, but I don't remember most of them. It goes to show you how much I care about the Teletubbies. Anyway,
I'm still a child at heart. It makes me more
Hey,
pure.
so am I. Anyway, so yes, this was a Power Rangers show, particularly Power Rangers in Space. I was watching the end of that show.
Yes.
It brings to a head all of the plots that had, preceded it. The characters continued straight on for many years, and they decided to finally, end it.
Oh, yeah.
It was originally intended to present the end of either, if not a whole book, then, the entire series. And so they went all out and put a lot of things in there that were really cool. They brought back pretty much all of the villains because none of them had been destroyed.
Cool.
And they, built on threads that had previously existed. So people that had previously helped the Rangers were fighting throughout the universe against these forces of evil.
I like that.
That part was not what I want to rip off. But there was one episode where there is an asteroid coming towards Earth sent by the big bad of the season. And it was stated on the show it was the one that caused the KT extinction.
What? Wait, didn't that asteroid... It's not like it hit the Earth and then just bounced off. It's destroyed. When it hit the Earth. It shot... That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. This is why I was so confused about this. Okay, so obviously...
I'm just
not
picturing
trying to rip this off.
Asteroid coming down to the Earth with dinosaurs. It comes down, it creates the big light. The dinosaurs are all really scared. It hits the Earth, it causes all the earthquakes and all the other stuff. All the while, it just bounces off, and the dinosaurs are just jerk. And the asteroid's I'll be back. And the
Of
dinosaurs
course,
all died.
Matt Donald thinking about the dinosaurs in the KT extinction. But anyway,
Well, I mean, if the
this asteroid...
The asteroid didn't have the
This
decency to
asteroid-
die when it hit the Earth. How dare it?
So it was stated as being on par with that asteroid. Obviously,
Oh, on
this is
par,
not
that's
something
different.
I'm thinking of fondly of. This is this is something that I really actually didn't like about it, because what happened was the Rangers, obviously Power Rangers is known for having large Zords
Right,
and
yes.
large Zord fights,
Yes,
you know.
yes, was.
And so their brilliant solution to stopping this asteroid that is apparently larger than like the entire Earth, apparently,
Whoa!
or something.
That's a hell of an asteroid.
Apparently, yeah. No, it was super. That was super. I just hate the plot. But anyway, so they literally send all of their Zords. They have 4 of them at this point in the series for heightened shenanigans. You can
Right.
watch it yourself if you want.
and
to
they combine to
and
a
so these
mega
Zords-
Megazord.
Well, they don't all combine into one Zord. That only
Aw.
happens much later in Power Rangers. But anyway, so all 4 of these robots, and they look like mere ants against the size of this asteroid. I'll give them that. The scale was, like, true.
Right.
But they're literally pushing with all of their might against this ginormous asteroid as if they can stop it.
The one that's
Like,
bigger than the
what
Earth.
in the hell? Why are they attacking this asteroid head on? Seriously. They're literally like trying to reverse all that space has given it as it's entering Earth's atmosphere. And it's just like, what in the heck are they thinking?
You ever seen the movie Melancholia, David, or heard of it?
I might have heard of it once.
It's Kirsten Dunst. Anyways, it's about a couple things. It's about this is totally related. So it's about a couple things. One is Kirsten Dunst and her sister. They're all the trauma they deal with. There's like a marriage, and someone loves someone else, and oh yeah, there's a rogue planet that's gonna hit the Earth, and everyone's gonna die. But that's not important. That's
and by
literally
the way, we happen to have this planet.
But anyways, this rogue planet was bigger than Earth. It was called Melancholia, by the way. It was bigger than Earth, so it would pummel into the Earth and just buy Earth. Also, because Lars von Trier is such a happy man, and he's the guy who directed it, the sisters somehow had visions of the universe, and like, we're the only ones left. We're the only life in the universe, and we're not gonna last. So it was like, cool, not only is this... So this asteroid's gonna hit, this giant rogue planet's gonna hit, and then destroy everything, and then that's not it for the Earth, it's it for the whole universe. What it needed was some Megazords. They should have fought against Melancholia. And then Kirsten Dunst and her sister, whatever, could have been all happy and such. And then...
That's what the movie Melancholia was missing. It didn't have enough Megazords.
Exactly.
Anyways.
Back to your one point though about the finale and everyone who's not dead who came back to help in or fight and such. I really like that. Like that's kind of. I mean, not really. This isn't really a spoiler, I guess. But I mentioned that my Megazord is a 4-book series, and I'm working on the 4th one, so naturally that one's the finale. And
Sure.
I'm trying to do something the same thing. I really, really like big finales. I'm such a big fan of big finales.
Might
And,
as well. I mean, this is when you take everything out of the box,
Right.
Because this is the last time you'll use it.
Now,
right?
not only ending on a big note, but on a high note. Like, end it while it's good. You know, don't drag it out and make it slowly get worse and worse and worse until finally it ends it with a whimper, right? Like
You mean like Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, because I used to love that show, but I've lost track of it like 6 seasons ago. It's finally ending.
Anyway,
So yeah. First 4 seasons I maintain are still great.
I do want to correct
Anyways.
you. I do want to correct you. I didn't explicitly say this, but you interpreted it the other way. I did not mean that the old heroes came back. I meant that the old
No, I know.
villains
That's why I said that. Like, yeah, they either fight back or yeah, stuff like that. I meant everyone.
Okay.
So
Okay. But anyway, so like, why in the heck are they attacking this ginormous thing head on? Seriously, like, if it were me, not that it
to
was,
save
obviously.
Kirsten Dunst,
If
obviously.
it were me, instead of, trying to go exactly opposite, I would have tried to simply nudge it out of the way. Obviously, because it's Power Rangers, a kid's show, it all ends hunky-dory, and the asteroid somehow miraculously misses the Earth entirely.
Right.
Thanks to the Megazords. But, like, seriously, why are you doing such a disadvantageous way of fighting that? Like, why not try
'Cause
and
it's cooler.
simply come from underneath and then adjust its course manually?
So wait,
That
they
would have
didn't
been the thing.
destroy the asteroid; they pushed it away.
Yes. The asteroid went on unharmed, but it completely...
Okay, then I can't even use the rule of cool factor then, because if it was cool, they'd just blow up the damn thing.
Well, like, they tried. They
Oh.
they actually had... Before they used the Megazords, they went to the asteroid's surface and tried putting detonators all over the asteroid,
But it was too big.
crisscrossing the asteroid to try and explode it and make the pieces smaller. It did nothing.
Well,
They
it's
set
nice.
off the bombs, didn't make a dent.
It's nice to see that Power Rangers is accurate on science. You know?
Well, and the other thing, you say it's accurate on science.
I'm being heavily sarcastic, but yeah. Okay.
There's an episode, literally like 3 episodes before this, where a girl is breathing in space with no helmet. So
Nice.
yeah, accurate in science. Right, we'll go with that.
Kids, really don't do this
Anyway.
at home. I mean, hopefully not. Home space isn't your home. But
Anyway, how about you, Donald? What are you going to rip off?
oh,
from this
okay.
one?
So what I'm gonna rip off. So I just got this game. It's been huge in Japan. This game, this series of games. Never really caught on in the States until this new installment that I got. Originally it was on the PS4 and Xbox One. I think it was the Xbox One. But I knew it was on the PS4. But the PC port just came out last month, so I got that. It's Monster Hunter World. And
Oh, okay.
You aware of the Monster Hunter games? They're very big in Japan. So.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I don't play them, so I don't know like the mechanics terribly
Basically,
well. Obviously, you're playing ports.
fight monsters, you hunt monsters, as it says. But like what you do is like, there's a huge environment that you're all in. You collect stuff, like tools for you to use, and like when you kill a monster, you can use a scalp or whatever to get certain like scales or armor or spikes from it to craft weapons or armor and other stuff. So
So you could use the back plate of a Stegosaurus as like a shield.
right, or like this, or like
Although
the
it's
big
probably
rough
too small.
scale of this sort of thing. And like speaking of Stegosaurus, yeah, these creatures are clearly inspired by dinosaurs, and I love it. Like they're obviously fantasy, they're not real, but like so they can do crazy stuff with them. But they're clearly like there's someone that's like they're like duckbills that are like herbivores, and there's ankylosaur ones. But there's some of the monsters that look like T-Rexes. One of them even has feathers, and it's cool. It has like a T-Rex head. Well, a T-Rex sort of body, but like it has feathers, except for its head, which is naked like a vulture, and it can breathe fire. But I don't know. It's there's one that's like the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park, and then it has the frill, right? Which is dumb. Sure. I never liked that. Like there's that creature's cool enough without the frill, but this one's really cool though because what it does the frill is bioluminescent. So it can extend it to blind someone, like dazzle them with like a boom. It's like a light bulb. So.
Like putting an LED bulb right next to somebody's eye and tell them, "Oh, try and see after this."
Yeah, like it flashes this big. It opens its frill up for like a second, and it flashes this big bit of light, and it stuns you. But yeah, so I like how all them creatures are based off dinosaurs, and they even adhere. They have feather. All of them have feathers in this new one, even though it's fantasy. They don't have to adhere to paleontological finds. But like, let's do it anyways. I like that. Like. They're showing people that feathered dinosaurs can still be cool, which is dumb that some people think they can't be. I don't know. But there's cool environments for these creatures. Like, one of my favorites is the Coral Highlands. It's basically a forest, but every plant and rock and other kind of stuff, it looks like coral and seaweed. And there's, like, sand all throughout it instead of, like, grass. So it really gives the impression that it's like an underwater reef, despite that it's all on land. So that's
a little pull the wool over your eyes there.
Right, exactly. But like, so, yeah. But what I'd really like to riff off though specifically, not just the environments and the dinosaurs, well, that's all really cool.
I was about to say you don't need to rip off the dinosaurs, Mister. Working on book 4.
Yeah. Once book 4 is over and I'm not working on dinosaur stuff anymore, every other thing I'm going to rip off, I'm like, this thing has dinosaurs in it. Maybe I should use some of those. Because, spoiler alert, a little. My next series of books or whatever, it's probably not going to be about dinosaurs, listeners. I'm probably going to take a break. We'll see, though.
Please, God, help us that you don't include dinosaurs.
I'll probably have something very dinosaur-esque, but...
I was about to say, watch, as soon as I say that, there will be like a saurian fossil that shows up just out of nowhere.
Or like a dragon that clearly has a T-Rex head or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so what I like to rip off from it though is like the world behind it with all these monster hunters, because it's not just hunting, there's so much to it. There's human explorers and scientists that document these creatures. They come in over these ships to this new world and there's also some other ships that like some other crews that have just landed there and have already set up this camp. And there's, like, so many professions here. It really makes it feel alive. Like, more than just the standard, like, soldiers or smithies or, like, armory stuff or, like...
medics.
Weapons forging or magic things. Like, there isn't really a lot of magic in this world. There are potions, so there's a little, but I don't know. There's,
medics.
like... Yeah, medics. Yeah, there's botanists, there's analysts, there's engineers, there's even culinary specialists. Like,
Well, I mean, you gotta feed the horde, right?
right, and they do a lot of effort, like making the food look tasty. Because like before you fight, before you go off on a hunt, it's recommended that you eat because it gives you like some certain buffs on your character. Like you get more health, you get more stamina. You might be able to have a chance to use this one ability during combat.
You also need to take a stop to use the restroom. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
You do have a time limit for your missions, so who knows? Maybe that limit isn't actually get this done in this amount of time, but more like I really gotta pee afterwards. So.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm sorry.
I can't do it in front of the monster, and so I have to kill it first.
Well, you wouldn't be left in peace if you tried peeing in front of a monster. It's probably not a big deal, but if they're going to
sometimes
kill
it
you
can
because
drive
you're a
them crazy,
stationary
you know?
target, if they're a stationary target and they're likely to kill you, then yeah, peeing in front of them not a good idea. But...
Right, exactly. So,
oh my god.
Anyways,
Okay.
So I like that. It makes the world feel more like a place that people can actually live and work and other stuff, and you know. So I like.
I mean, it kind of takes it away from being simply fantasy and more resembling the real life. Then.
Yeah, even though it's clearly fantasy, but it looks like a place that like a normal guy, one who isn't like a badass soldier with like a big sword and a big armor and such. Like I could be there and I could make a living there. Like me, just
you could actually do something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I don't know what writers would do in this world, but okay.
there's like people who like journal the notes of the expedition, or maybe I can make up
because you're such the journalist type.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
right.
could, or I can make up stories about this monster. I'm gonna ship this monster with this monster. I don't know. Anyways, also. Best of all, there are sentient cat creatures called palicos. I want one.
Oh, okay.
And he has armor and weapons too. And so, he's very helpful in combat though. Like he gives you health potions mid-fight if you get hurt and you don't have time to get your own. He slaps you back to your senses if you get stunned. You know,
that's nice.
He distracts the monster. Sometimes he attacks the monster. He doesn't really do a lot of damage, but he distracts enough that you can use like a whetstone to sharpen your sword. Or just regroup and like use your own potions or whatever. Like he's really helpful, and then there's a lot of stuff like that. Also, they speak exclusively in cat puns. They call you a meowster. They say meow do you do. It's adorable. I want a palico.
You're not a cat person, but apparently
I'm not a cat person, which is really funny. But I want a palico. Give me a palico, David. For Christmas, I want a damn palico.
stand in line, buddy. All those other impossible to fulfill requests, like, you know, being in 2 countries at once, right? Yeah. Okay.
Ship me a palico from Japan. I'm sure Japan's weird enough they've already started working on one in a lab or something.
Well, I mean, you did point out that it is popular in Japan, so I could probably send you like a palico plushie. I guess I don't know.
Please do. No,
I don't know where I'd find it, so don't get your hopes up.
All right. Well, that's what I'm rip off. So next segment.
Yep. Which is what we at the Writ Wit have writ.
What we at the Writ Wit have writ. Yep.
Which for me,
yes.
Yeah.
What have you writ?
So, well, let's talk about that. I have a little tiny. Actually, just yesterday, I sat down and I actually added a little to 2 different Ranger Fix, Spectra Sword, and
right.
What was the other one I did? Oh, and Starburst.
Yes.
So I did a little bit on that, but more than that, you might, listeners, if you go to the website and look at the descriptions for these episodes,
yes.
you might remember the erroneous description of translating hundreds of Japanese letters.
Yes.
Despite expressly saying I was translating English letters into Japanese, not actually Japanese.
I don't know.
Well, I hit the reverse of that this time. Literally have been sifting through hundreds of Japanese letters to translate into English.
Cool. I'll be sure to make the description sifting through hundreds of English letters.
I've been so busy that I'll come home pooped out and unable to even attend my music rehearsal.
Right.
So that doesn't tell you how gosh darn tired I get. That should tell you a lot. Anyway, maybe if I take another month without Netflix, I'll get some more done.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I would cut off your funding for Netflix, but it's also my Netflix, and I like Netflix. So
Cut off my funding. I haven't even accessed it. Anyway,
I don't know.
that's why I'm saying another month. Like last month I didn't watch anything on Netflix. I found other ways to watch shows.
Well, that's good.
That's not a discussion for this particular segment or even this podcast.
Right.
But, like, it's making choices about how you use your time. And I happened to find a time at work where I had, decent quality time to sit there and actually think, and I was excited to do that. I need to do it more often if I can. However, I had to bring my own laptop in, and so they're kind of like, oh, that's not okay sometimes.
Well, that's annoying, but I understand. That's
anyway, what about you?
I don't really have much to add because I have written quite a lot, but it's mainly just like more of the Megazoic book, so... Instead, I'll say I wrote this poem, okay?
All right,
let's
all read this poem.
The home is my nest. The job is my seeds. The society is my cage. This poem doesn't rhyme.
So, what are your eggs?
I have no... I came up with this in like 2 seconds. Like, I just... it's...
Well, I mean, the rest of it, you've got
faux
the
symbolism,
avian,
like...
You've got the avian theme going on here. You got a nest, you got a cage... All those seeds, I suppose, is
it's like what they eat.
A little strange. All right, fair enough. But you don't have eggs, so that just came to my mind. Anyway,
the eggs is
so
my children, I guess, that I've given to this society. I don't know.
You have given so much.
Or my books.
To this
I don't
society.
know. There's no meaning to it. It's like one
random.
of them.
Okay. Sorry. Random thought that just brought to my mind. I was, I was listening to. My orchestra music at work yesterday as I was, doing a couple of things with the laptop that I brought in, and I ran across this video while I was on YouTube of some world records that you find impossible to believe. And there is one woman who gave birth to 69 children.
I heard about this. She was Russian, right?
I don't remember if it was Russian or something, but it was. I'm pretty sure it was European, but it was a long time ago.
Right.
And literally, they were describing the breakdown, and I had to actually check this out. It said that she gave birth to twins 16 times.
Yes, I heard about this, yeah.
Triplets 7 times, and quadruplets 4 times.
Well, the nice thing is that she didn't have 69 pregnancies. That would have been a bitch.
She didn't. But this is the amazing thing. Like, okay, I get that to have that many kids, you can't have one at a time. I understand that.
Right.
But this is the amazing part. Like, I did the math because I wasn't sure. Like, I figured there would be somebody missing. No, all of her kids are included in that. So she never had a single pregnancy. Ever. It was always at least 2.
Oh, wow.
Which is just insane.
Sometimes people
crazy.
Are either just a freak of genetics. Is that lucky or unlucky? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. But the video made the comment, geez, how did you keep them all?
My comment be like, did they know what was causing that?
No, I don't know. But, well, and here's the other thing too. Even though it was the 1700s, apparently only 2 actually died in their childhood.
That's impressive.
That
probably means a lot of people can trace their lineage to this woman nowadays. If
that is the thing. I'd hate to go to the family reunion. How many cousins would you have to name Bob just because you don't know their names? Anyway,
Bob 1, Bob 2, Bob 3. Well, the male equivalent. I read about this. The male equivalent, because like one woman giving birth by herself. Of course it's really hard. But having a man, since men can impregnate multiple women, the amount of children a man can foster goes a heck of a lot higher.
It does. It's exponential if you have that opportunity.
You want to hear the record? I don't know if this has been broken, but...
I'm not sure I want to, because I'm probably just going to be disgusted, but sure, go ahead.
There's this guy, he's from the Middle East. He fathered 888 children.
Wow. And he probably explicitly aimed for 800.
That's what I was thinking,
he
too.
got to like 800, But like as soon as he got to 800, he's probably like, I can make this. Let's go.
This guy must have been a very happy man because they did research on like how many times. Okay, see, he has a bunch of wives, of course. He had to, make love with one of his wives 6 times a day, every day, for 40 years.
That's assuming that every single one results in a successful pregnancy. Oh my!
The percentage must be high.
Well, yeah, he's got to be really fertile. Anyway, why are we talking about this? Anyway,
I don't know. I think I was gonna say something about my poem, but I don't remember.
Sorry, No, I did it because of the eggs comment. I'm sorry.
Right. I mean, that's a good tangent. It's
tangent.
educational.
Yeah, so educational and slightly horrifying. But anyways,
I don't know. Let's move on.
moving on indeed. Anyway.
So yeah, we're talking about thesaurus stuff this week,
Yes,
right? Let's finally get that Thesaurus Rex to let out a mighty roar, an enormous bellow.
Although, unfortunately, our voice actor for the Thesaurus Rex is not here on this episode, so we'll have to replay that sound effect. Anyway, sorry about that. But anyways, so I do. We have 4 different segments for this because there are 4 really common things that people,
right?
They end up using the same words, or they just don't have much at their disposal to use in their writing. And so how can we improve that? That's why I came up with this thesaurus challenge idea.
Nice.
So part one,
yes,
I'm calling it garnish your dialogue.
I do like a good garnish.
Dish, any good dish deserves some garnish. What's his name? Emile Lagasse, the chef. Oh my god.
Right, I believe you. I don't know I have no idea who this guy is.
I'm blanking. Emeril, that's his name. Emeril the chef.
Sure, that's his name. You could have said Bob, and I would have believed you.
Anyway, he always does this little pizzazz when he puts in the garnish. Anyhow, so what we are going to do is we are going to talk about the terms you use to say.
Said.
Say.
Right.
Said.
Now, for what it's worth, a lot of times, and especially works aimed at adults, because adults are unimaginative fricks, but they want you to just say said, and let the dialogue speak for itself.
And yes, said obviously works. So you let the dialogue
and
go.
That's something to point out, but at the same time, it's not as fun. And also, as long as you don't completely overdo it in an obvious way, this is a good way to improve your sort of style on this. Yeah.
Exactly. You can use words that suggest different meanings such that, your dialogue... Yeah, I mean, yes, dialogue speaking for itself is really helpful. But sometimes, as a reader, I tend to not put much extra emphasis on anything if it's simply said.
Right.
But if I see somebody using adverbs, or if I see somebody using different words for said, I can start to infer more of the intent that the author is going for when they have things to say. So what we are going to do is that we, the two of us,
yes,
are going to create
yes,
an alphabet of alternatives to said.
Yeah, we got a whole list of them.
That we have a whole list of them. There are several websites where you can find alternatives for said.
Right.
We will link some in the description for this episode as well. But here's the biggest thing. We're gonna have not just a listing session. We're gonna actually do a little bit of debate. So we're probably gonna come up with a few words, and at multiple letters, not all, but a few words, and then we'll whittle them down to the best one.
Yes.
The one that represents our choice from the Writ.
Right.
And we're going to put that alphabet of said alternatives and publish it so you guys can see this somewhere. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, of course. Probably off air, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
It'll be on the description, whatever I do, of course.
Yeah, so we'll get in a place where you guys can see it, and of course we'll keep it on the episode because that's obviously where we're doing the talking.
Well, yeah.
So, with that said,
yes,
we did a lot of planning for this. I do want to warn you, listeners, we'll probably be doing a heck of a lot of typing, so please pardon our typing noises.
I don't know. I think I've got this completely under control.
It depends, but anyway, I've got several different sites open here to help out.
Yes,
but we're gonna start talking. So we did one to prepare, and some of those words might come up again, but we won't tell you exactly what those were, just for the purpose of doing the process.
Right.
So let's begin. Do we want to start at the back, or do we want to start at the beginning?
I mean, let's start at the beginning because the back has the big ones that no one knows how to use, like Z and X. So it makes it like a good climax to it. So let's begin.
All right, so here we go. This is how we're going to do this. Let's just spitball some A versions of said.
Asked.
Okay.
Answered.
Answered. Affirmed. I'm going to throw out.
Yeah.
Articulated.
Okay. We're getting a purple prosa territory here. Announced is good.
Agreed. argued, added.
Okay, I'll let you have your fun because I don't know anything else.
You sure you don't have another one?
I'm not an improv guy. I think about my writing. I can't do it on the spot. This is why I don't do stand-up comedy.
All right. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so obviously, with A in particular, we just came up with a bunch of different like.
It looks like 8. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like most of these are not the same thing.
Right. Like you can't say asked for everything.
No, you can't. So this is why we get to choose the best one. So I don't know if in this alphabet we probably need to consider the broadest variety of like circumstances.
Well, if we're doing broad, I guess the best one is articulated, but that is not my favorite. That is not my preferred one.
What I mean is we need to consider some people are going to be replying to questions, some people are going to be asking questions, some people are going to be like arguing with people. So we need to consider those things. Like maybe we can get asked in like instead of doing it here, we could do it at a later letter, hint hint. And that kind of thing. That kind of broad spread.
I'm gonna say announced is my favorite. Is the best one. What do you think?
All right, I'm kind of my announced is pretty good. I was going to say the one that I tend to like here is agreed, because I think most of the others you can find something else for them, except for maybe articulated.
I guess that's generic. True. Well, announced I don't know. Announced is specific. Like announced, usually people announce they shout or they holler, but that also means other things. Well, announced specifically has a point to it, though. So
you're right. You're right. It does. I mean, as we said going in, listeners, we're just deciding on the best one, but obviously there are tons of options, and because you're hearing this, you can keep those in mind for yourself too.
All right. Well, we got 25 more letters to go through,
and we've got like already 30 something minutes of content. So
let's Sesame Street this thing and go through the alphabet. Okay.
So we're going with announced, or did you want to do agreed here?
We can do both. Who cares?
Well, we're only supposed to do one word per letter.
Fine, announced is what I say.
All right, announced is the choice.
There you go. The objectively best one. Don't add us.
the objectively best. All right, then we'll go to B.
Yeah. Okay, so I got bald. I also got boomed, and bantered.
Bantered. A good one. I liked it, but we'll see if we keep it. But anyway. I don't know if this one's really something you can. Oh, bellowed.
Bellowed, yes.
There's one that I kind of don't like because I'm not sure if it really describes dialogue so much, but the word blasted.
I say that sometimes, but no, actually, no, use other things for blasted if it's like that, like snapped or shot or exploded.
In a reference to dialogue is really rare, so I don't know if I really want to put it down here.
Well, put it down, just because why not?
All right, blasted is on.
All right, so I think
out of these, honestly, I think bald is the best because it talks about like
an emotion,
sad times, emotional things, which we probably won't get elsewhere.
Like, because like every other one I can think of might not be as strong, like cried or, I guess, sobbed, but we could do other things for S.
Sobbed, but we can do tons of things for S.
So bald,
like
I
said
agree.
Itself, if we want to.
Bald, I agree.
Okay. All right, so bald it is.
This is going to take a while.
Like the kind of head that's blank. This is. I'm sorry, but this is how it's going to work.
Sorry, listeners. We'll go listen to
C.
something else. No, I'm just kidding.
Please don't listen to something else. We're having fun. Letter C.
Cried, called.
I have one up above in our earlier like pool communicated.
That is
which again is kind of like
all dialogue is communication. That is the most purple prose crap.
Concurred.
That one's all right. Okay, I concur. Cautioned, yeah, sure.
Chanted.
Caterwauld.
This one is Caterwauld. Thank you. That's a good one. No, the one that I have up here, I'm kind of thinking of is chortled, which
I use chortled a lot. So yeah, do chortled.
Okay, chortled.
Chuckled.
Right. Chuckled. Thank you.
That was a lot for C.
Yeah.
Cursed.
Yeah. I was gonna say we haven't done that yet. Oh my gosh. Well, let's wrap up brainstorming there and start whittling options.
The objectively best is cursed.
Objectively best.
Yeah, it's the best. Damn it.
Let's see. Concur. Well, we already talked about agreed, which is like concur.
Yeah. So nothing else. I guess you could say swore
Caution.
or cursed.
Cautioned. We can come with later.
Warned. Yeah.
Caterwauled. Caterwauled is really fun, but I don't honestly think
Cursed.
it's common.
Cursed.
But what about chuckled or chortled? Like, those are good for laughing types.
Okay, fine. Chuckled.
Chuckled is good.
I failed you, cursed.
Well,
I was really rooting for you.
Well, I mean, you were saying objectively it's the best, but subjectively it's not.
Okay, fine. We can agree to
Subjectively
that. Subjectively, chuckled is the best, but objectively, okay. D.
Letter D. Oh gosh, described. That's a bad one, but okay, we'll put it on there anyway.
Why is this? I'm sure there's obvious ones here.
Divulged.
Divulged, yeah.
Drawled.
If we're gonna do exploded, we could just say detonated, but no.
Well, I suppose it could.
How do you detonate someone? So and so detonated.
Exactly. Disclosed.
Disclosed. I like that.
Let's see. I'm not too sure there are a bunch of others, so maybe we should just call it here.
Sure.
I like disclosed, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of do too. It's
because it's a very, very obvious meaning, a very useful one.
Right.
So let's go to E.
Explained.
Explained. Expressed.
Exclaimed.
Exclaimed.
Unfortunately, ejaculated.
That does work. You're right.
I hated reading in Harry Potter. Ron ejaculated. Like, I don't want to know what Ron does like that. I'm sorry. That's the last non-family friendly joke I'll do. I apologize.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I mean, I think it was like 12 in that book. So I mean, I guess that's. I'm gonna shut up.
Well, you just ejaculated too on your speech.
I did. Ugh. Okay.
Oh boy. Let's see. What else? Ended maybe?
Sure. Yeah. When you're
Would that work?
doing the end of a speech. Yeah. I do that sometimes.
Oh, we didn't talk about concluded. I'm gonna add that back to C.
Oh, okay.
Because we just
I mean,
did ended. But anyway, we're not
chuckled and not cursed.
We're not changing the word. I'm just adding it to our list. Ended. A lot of the things that I'm coming up with for E and like D are adverbs.
Exploded
So
again. Like if you just suddenly shouted,
well,
yeah.
All right, fair enough. I mean, if we're putting ejaculated on here, then we could probably get away with exploded. Oh my gosh.
Entertained? No.
Well, yes, like entertaining a possibility.
Yeah.
But that's not very common, so I probably won't make it.
I don't know. I'm gonna say explained
but,
because it's a good, simple one that like is succinct and it does the job. More like that kind of one doesn't really need much more. You know?
Yeah, you don't really need to add anything.
Yeah, so explained. I think there we go.
It stands on its own is the best way to put that. So how about F?
We have figured. I don't really think of anything else. Everything I can think of is an adjective, like frightened or like that's not something you say.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose.
Flustered. Nope, that's not one either. Oh.
Flustered is an adjective.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one of the sites we'll link in the description. See if there's really an F one. I honestly can't come up with.
Well, frick. Let's move on then. Finished. Finished.
Finished. Yeah, we did end it, so that's only fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I suppose let's go with figured.
Yeah, figured. I mean, that. Yeah, finished. We can do multiple things.
It's the easiest one. It's the easiest one to use here.
Right.
All right, letter G.
Gasped. Growled.
Gaped.
Gaped.
Growled. Gumbled. Grumbled.
Grumbled. Grumbled. Yeah.
Groveled.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Gravel.
Gary,
Like it's a
Indiana.
description for a place.
I don't know.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, yeah, that's what that guy Gary Indiana. I don't know.
Guest.
Guest, yeah. That's a good guess.
All right. Wow. Yeah. What to do with this one?
I say guessed because that now growled or grumbled. That's kind of hard to. No, I guess snarled or grumbled.
Well, snarled is pretty easy to do too. Grumbled. I'm thinking of one for later, not too far later either. So maybe we should leave that for like guessed.
Yeah, guessed is good. Or gassed. Well, no, you don't really gasp
Gasped.
something. I guess. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I'm gasping.
Oh dear, she gasped. I gasped or he gasped. What's up?
To be fair. All right. So let's move on to H.
Hollered.
Hollered. That one's pretty obvious. Hailed.
Hailed. Yep.
For called.
We should have done this last. My brain's gonna be fried from after we do the other one because I'm just thinking.
But to be fair, because of all the prep work we did, most of this stuff is over. So
I guess that's
just
true.
doing it right.
Hollered, hailed,
Hissed.
hissed. Yes, hissed.
Thank you for that website.
That's right. Put that in. Come on, put that in. Damn it. Hissed. Sorry, I need to stop swearing.
You really do.
Okay, usually I'm pretty bad about it, but now this time I'm on a frickin'.
You're on a frickin' frackin' rampage here.
Fracking, yeah, drilling that oil to mine up the curse words and make them rumble throughout the podcast. I don't know.
Exactly. No,
Metaphors.
There are quite a few. Yeah, a lot of the ones coming up here are adverbs too. So how about honestly, hissed is probably the best because hollered we can get later.
Yeah, and hissed, yeah, it doesn't really have another equivalent really.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly.
Cool.
So let's go to I.
Yeah, interrupted.
You're looking.
That's good, isn't it?
That list. It is.
That's good, isn't it? I'm trying to implement all these. Implemented? No, that doesn't work.
Implemented is more of an idea as opposed to speaking.
Idea'd.
Intoned. Intonated.
Intonated? What kind of word is that?
It's like if you think of a Gregorian monk doing chant. Exactly. DSE.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Knocking the heads with the wooden boards, Monty Python style.
Exactly. that was just a Mel Brooks thing.
No, it wasn't Mel Brooks. It was Monty Python. Come on, get it together.
Well, oh, wait.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I could have sworn that he did that in History of the World, though.
He might have, but he stole that from Monty Python if he did.
Anyway. Intonated. Oh, we...
Intercepted?
No. We should have done estimated for E. I forgot about that.
Sure, why not?
Intercepted is too much like interrupted.
I don't... Well, we have a bunch of...
speech, right?
Of synonyms here, if you... Well, okay, fine.
I'm not saying... Well, I mean, they're mostly synonyms. Come on, Donald.
All right. Well, so yeah, put intercepted there.
What?
If it's mostly synonyms, then put intercepted.
Intercepted? Have you ever heard intercepted referred to in dialogue?
No, I've never heard it. I would have read it. No.
Well, you reading. I've never read it.
Okay, fine. Don't put in... I mean, I've never seen groveled either, though.
Well, groveled begging.
Begged! Go back to
begged. Yeah, I just added that. Shut up.
Like, go back to B, yeah. Please go back to B and put it there.
I did.
Please, I beg you.
I can't think of anything else for.
Interrupted then, because there's no other equivalent.
That makes the most sense. Yeah.
Okay, here we go to the fun ones.
J. Oh dear Lord.
For some reason, the first thing that came to mind was Jasper. like
what?
Jasper, in Horace from 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, but that's a name.
I don't know. It's better than Gary, Indiana.
It is better than Gary, Indiana. Honestly, the only one that I really came up with in our I just found one from our site here.
But what was the one you came up with? I'm sorry.
The one I came up with before was joked. The one I saw on the website.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
jab.
Joked is a good one.
Jab.
Yeah, Oh, did we?
Jimmy?
We didn't do
Like,
that.
I don't know, like
We did
kind of
that one
joking.
we did that one for C.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
Oh shoot.
What?
Sorry, our website, the link that I'm looking at has a lot of.
We should.
words.
Okay, at this point, we should add this link to the description so people can see.
I didn't have any other intention.
Okay, good. Well, because you didn't tell me that, or maybe I should have just assumed, and I didn't because I'm an idiot.
I told you we're gonna link everything to the.
I don't
whatever.
know.
Anyways,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'll link everything.
I was looking through for J, and I came across the word consoled, which we didn't think about for C, and I really like that word, so I'm adding it to the list.
All
but
right,
it's
might as
obviously
well.
Not displacing chuckled. Anyway, joked, jabbed, interjected. Why did we not do that one for I?
I don't know. Why didn't we do that one for I? Oh, that's why we didn't do one for I. Sorry, okay, I'm gonna stop with these forced.
These forced attempts at including that type of dialogue, right?
Right.
Okay, well, obviously joked is the one. Like that's the only one that really makes it's used commonly enough that makes sense to, spice it up.
I mean, it's like common sense, but that's weird because it's not very common, is it? That's a good joke. Sorry.
Ba-doom, awful. Anyway, K.
Knocked. That's all I got.
Did you do that one?
I did. Because I was stuck on this one until I was like looking on thesaurus.com. I was like, what the heck do I do? Like, so I did knocked because it's like sort of like we're like joked. Like did a little jab, but we can't do that because we already have joked. That's like a.
Well, I mean, if we have to repeat things because we have no choice, then whatever. But
can you think of another one other than knocked?
I'm coming to a similar conclusion myself.
Because I'm just a psychopath, I guess. The first thing that came to my mind that I kept repeating was killed. And that's not a real thing, but I kept getting in my head.
Oh my gosh.
What does the link say?
So what happened was I searched for it on some search site, and it came Yahoo.
Some search site.
Yahoo.
You say that like you don't want to tell us. You searched it on Pornhub.com.
Is there a synonym? Is there a synonym for set/asked starting with K? I need a synonym for set, asked, whatever. Just something you can use in dialogue that starts with K. And I need it fast. Please help. Best answer. How about kid? Like he kidded her.
That's well. So I mean, sure. What I don't know. Kidded. Fine. I still want knocks though.
It means joked. I still haven't heard.
They all means joked.
Knit. Like she was so nervous, she knitted her words together quickly. That's weird.
That's interesting. Put it
kiss. Her voice was so soft, she kissed her words.
That's more like sucking. If you're kissing your own lips, that's sucking.
Well, but like it. Honestly, it's more of a descriptor of how she. But it's not really an alternative for said though. Because it's kind of it's kind of like an adverb, but it's not really the verb itself.
Yeah, I don't like kissed. I do like kidded.
I honestly don't like knitted either, but I'll throw it in here.
I like knitted more than kissed.
I do. I agree with that. Let's see. There's one other answer that says, I haven't found one beginning with K. Maybe you can. Good luck.
Well, there we go. We're better than him, or her, apparently.
Kindled? No, that doesn't work. Okay, anyway, sorry. Enough searching for that right now.
Okay.
But anyway, honestly, I've never heard knocked in dialogue.
I guess out of the two, the only distinctive one is knitted.
Well, I like kidded, but it's, again, similar to joked, which we just did.
Right, so knitted. It's like speaking kind of nervously. Like, maybe we could do this. Maybe we could do that. I don't know. So they knitted. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with this one. So we'll go with knitted because I don't have a better choice,
the
guess.
Nitwit would be proud.
The nitwit would be proud. Not like we're not the same people or anything.
No, those are clones
Letter
of us.
L.
Not lamer clones of us. So?
Letter L.
I think we should say left. How long is this thing? People tune out.
If you only look at the one we did, then it's not going to be as amusing. Lamented. There's a good one.
Lamented.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything else here that's going to be really okay. No, not
lorded. No.
Great. Lorded, like lorded over somebody, I guess. But that kind of. Oh, why did we not do bragged? Oh my God.
I came up with brag the whole time, and I just.
Yeah, really. You just didn't say a darn word. Great.
That's what I did it on purpose, though. Haha! I'm bragging about how.
Yeah, thanks. Whatever. Lorded. Lauded.
Lauded, yeah. Languished.
Languished is kind of not a speech verb, but I suppose.
Neither is knitted, but we chose that one, I guess.
Same with lingered, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I think...
Alright, we'll leave it there.
I think laughed.
Honestly, I think lamented would be better because we already have joked and stuff.
Well, joked isn't really that... I guess we already have chuckled, so yeah, okay, fine, lorded. Or lamented, I mean.
Lamented.
Alright, fine, our favorite letter, because it's the one that begins our names. Except for Donald and David.
Well, I mean, it might be. It might not be.
I mean, but they know we're named Matt.
Yeah, no, I know. No, that I'm referring to it might not be our favorite letter because there might not be many options. So
it's my favorite letter because I'm a egotistical jerk.
Murmured.
Yep.
Muttered.
Mused. Mumbled.
Mumbled, thank you. God, I know there are a couple others. I feel like I'm missing.
One that doesn't begin with M-U, hopefully.
Yeah, well, hopefully, but that doesn't mean... A mouthed, okay.
Oh, yeah. Like when... Yeah.
It's not a verb for speech, but it's a fun word to say, and that is masticated.
Okay. It's not as fun to say as Gary, Indiana. I'm gonna figure out a definition for this word. What does it mean when someone Gary, Indiana's? What are they doing?
I don't know. Put it in Webster's thesaurus, I guess. I don't know.
Listeners, send us in. What do you think Gary, Indiana would be if that was a verb? I have no idea. I don't know if Gary, Indiana is a real place. I know it's part of a song and music band, and that is the extent of my knowledge of that place. So, I know because of that song that's not in Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome.
But Gary, Indiana.
Home sweet home.
The home of Harold, which is the home of Harold Hill. Anyways, enough about the music man. Murmured, muttered.
Musicaled. Speaking of it now.
No.
Yeah, we'll come up with more as we go on, I'm assuming.
Well, we've had that pattern, so maybe we will, maybe we won't.
Speaking of assuming, assumed.
Oh yeah, good choice, but not gonna overtake announced. Oh, maybe that one should overtake announced.
I don't know. Let's see what else we got other than we already have guessed. So
yeah. Okay. Okay. So, gosh, murmured.
That's one of the murmured, muttered, or mumbled. I'm gonna say muttered.
Well, they're all the similar meaning.
I think muttered is the most universal of those. So I'm gonna say muttered.
Well, okay, it's the most universal, but doesn't that mean it's also the most popular? So maybe we should choose something different.
Mouthed is interesting.
Mouthed is interesting. I like that.
Okay, mouthed it is.
Well, I mean, you feel free to tell me I'm wrong, but...
Well, I would make a joke about this one, but you couldn't hear it because I'd be mouthing it, so wait, hold on.
You'd be mouthing it?
There we go, here's the joke. Funny, right?
Your lips didn't even move. I was watching just to be sure, anyway.
Okay, right, fine, here's the joke.
I think I read your lips wrong, but oh well. Anyway,
I said F you.
Yeah, I thought as I said, I thought I saw something. I was hoping I was wrong.
I should have just done middle finger. Middle finger! There
narrated. Narrated.
Oh yeah, we're in. Noted, noticed, narrated. Numbered? No.
Well...
I guess we were reading off a list.
If you're reading off a list, you could be. Yeah, we'll put it in
numbered,
there.
Okay.
I mean, heck, we have knitted as our letter.
Oh, knitted!
K, our word for K. That is not start with an N. Anyway.
Oh, not! Sorry.
Noted, noticed, narrated. Alright, I think that's enough.
Noted, is what I say.
Yeah, probably best. Noticed is good, but, like, not that good.
Okay.
Compared to noted as it's for its utility.
Alright.
Oh!
Oh, ho ho ho. So that's an H. No.
Yeah, you're adding. Oh, we didn't do commanded for C.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I order you to put down ordered.
I did.
Awesome. Okay.
Gosh.
I'm sure there's a bunch of obvious ones the listeners are like, just get past this already so we can get to the interesting stuff.
Yeah, right. We still have 3 more segments to go. Oh my god.
The next one should be hopefully much shorter.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They're pre-planned,
oh my
so.
gosh. No, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything on the site either.
So I guess
we're gonna have
ordered
to stick
wins
with
by default.
Ordered by default, exactly. P. Praised.
Posited.
Pleaded.
Pleaded.
Posited. Preferred.
Proclaimed.
Proclaimed. Am I spelling that wrong? Really? No, that's right. What the heck are you doing?
Preferred.
Dogs.
No, that's not. That's not right. No.
Offered. But
Oh
we'll
yeah,
stick with
offered.
ordered.
Yeah.
We'll stick with we'll stick with ordered because that's more. It's more unique.
It is more unique.
P proclaimed, already got it. Posited, already got that one. Pleaded. Prayed.
Prayed. Oh, like with an A.
Not pray like searching for your prey.
Right. I don't know. Oh, I have praised. I thought that was the first one.
Placated. I love that word. Placated.
What does that mean?
Appeased.
Oh. Okay.
Which I won't add to A because there's not much reason to add that, but
I mean, we might as well just to add a record.
it's like
no, C's the record. Never mind.
It's like calming somebody down.
Calmed.
Calmed. Okay, fine. We'll add more to our record.
It's gotta stay like that.
Although to be fair though, that's not so much referring to a type.
Oh,
of
assured
speech, is it?
for A.
Okay, fair enough. Honestly, that feels like we should start replacing announced with something. But anyway,
We'll get to that. Okay.
we'll decide at the end for sure. Placated.
Decided.
It's not gonna. Huh?
Decided.
Isn't it great? It's like you used to frequent the site called Sporkle, right?
Right. Sporkle.
Of course, when you're not thinking about it, then it comes back.
Well,
You're
you
like,
said
oh,
you said
hey, there's
decide.
that
That's what made me think of that one. So.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Ooh, I've got a lot of R options, but we're not.
We're not there yet. We'll get there really soon.
We're not
because
there
Q
quite
doesn't
yet.
have a
But
lot.
I'm looking at... Oh, hi. There's one on here that we didn't do. Insinuated. Love that word.
That's a good one. I may be able to insinuate your operation.
What are you insinuating? Anyway,
I was quoting Mr. Fizzwidget.
Yeah, I know. Insisted also for I.
Insist-
God, why did I not look at this?
Wow, okay, P is apparently the one where we go back and reminisce on all the...
Okay, sorry. I am looking for P, but I come across the other
You're looking for P? Well then, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to go there.
Well, I thought you said you were done making non-family friendly jokes.
I am, that's why I stopped.
Demanded for D also, he didn't do that.
Oh yeah, demanded. I mean, we already have ordered and commanded, but still.
Apologized!
Well,
How did we not think of that?
I think kind of saying sorry he apologized is one of the most redundant things to write.
Fair. But if it doesn't include sorry...
Okay, fine.
if
I
it's
apologize.
being
They apologize. That's the most redundant thing.
I really shouldn't have done that, he apologized.
I don't know. I mean, it's amateurish, but I'll put it in there, I guess, fine.
Anyway, I'm not seeing any extra words that begin with the letter P. So let's decide what P is going to be.
Like Sesame Street, when he banned everything that began with the letter P, but that, unfortunately, because he got upset by a bunch of things that began with P, but that meant there was a king, and he lost this princess, he lost the pizza, and he lost the palace, and he learned not to mess with letters after that. Can't believe I remember that.
Oh. I had never saw that one, so anyway.
Don't you have kids? You could have watched it with them, maybe. I don't know. Not you don't have kids. You're not a father.
I wasn't at home when they were that age, man. Come on.
I don't know.
I went to college.
Oh, you're right.
There.
Well, I guess maybe they watched it. I don't know.
If they watched it. I don't honestly know. I'm not so sure we shouldn't go with, like, praised here.
Praised probably is good, yeah.
Either that or pleaded is my thought.
Well, if we change A, we could change it to proclaimed.
True, but because A is currently announced, then that's why I'm avoiding.
Okay, well, I think pleaded probably.
All right, that sounds fine to me.
Yeah. Although,
And I will take that out. All right, so
Yes.
while I'm doing that, Q, go.
questioned. That's all I got.
Is that all we got? All we got. Queried.
Sure, if you want. I don't know.
Quailed, but that's more of a
Quailed?
thing.
We'll save that for the
Quailed.
types of animal groups that we're gonna do later.
No, that's well, like you have somebody who's visibly shrinking from you. He's quailing.
Sure, that you're right. Never heard that, but I believe you.
Queried, quailed. I honestly can't think of anything.
Out of those, I guess
you.
queried is probably the only one that might be.
Queried is kind of unique, which I mean, it doesn't. The meaning is not, but the word is. So I like that one.
Queried it is. All right, now time for the one you said you had so much of.
Yeah, based on that site. Although I'm sure we can come up with quite a few beforehand. R. So here we. Did I do that one for P?
Well, come on.
No, I did not.
Well, I thought we were going to R. Come on, let's go. Let's.
We are going to R. Start listing R. Go.
Rambled. Roared. Replied.
I already had that.
Hey, well, the listeners can't see that.
You're right, but I didn't.
Well, there's so actually I realized there's so many things you might have typed
I figured
that
you
the
would try-
listeners might
I
have
figured you would
assumed
try
that we
and
could have
take-
watched because that's where our.
I figure that you would have paid attention and tried to claim it as your own. 'Cause that's
you're
what you
implying
do.
that I pay attention. I'm just my mind goes so many places.
Revealed, recited, related, recounted, roared, replied, rambled. We still have more. Just keep going. Reputed.
Reputed. Recited. We already have that.
Repudiated. Renounced someone.
Renounced. Yep.
Reposted.
That's fencing.
I think that RIPOSTED is something, but I don't honestly remember its meaning.
Put it down, I guess.
Rebuked. Rebuked. Reassured.
Reviewed, yeah.
Reviewed. I didn't say that.
Oh, you said rebuked, yeah.
I said rebuked.
Well,
Anyway,
reviewed,
yeah. As I said, there are a lot
reassured.
I've come up with a few. Reassured. I already said that. Rebuked.
Oh, you did?
Reassured.
Oh, yeah.
I already
Oh,
got.
yeah, there it is. It's right before review.
Relented.
See, like I don't pay attention.
Yeah, well, roared. You got resumed.
Resumed? Oh, yeah, I guess it's like, as I was saying, they resumed. Recalled. Okay, is this our new record?
Remembered.
Recorded.
Recorded. Remembered. Recorded. Recounted.
Okay, this is we already have recounted.
This is our record.
We already have recounted. You can't artificially inflate it.
Okay, you're right. Sorry. Hey, give myself some credit. I did come up with that before finding it on the site. Okay, so wow, we got a lot of options here.
I guess we could just go simple, just go replied, even though that is the simple one. But
I mean, it's possible. It's certainly not.
I do like rebuked, though.
I do. I don't think we have anything else like that, though.
Well, for S, which we'll get to, I was gonna do like shot
well,
back,
I was gonna say
but...
we'll get to that. Well, I was gonna say snapped is the word that would be that.
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna use it or not. So that.
Well, we'll still put it down.
Well, okay. Well, obviously, in fact, I'm typing it right now, but we'll talk about that when we're done with R.
Maybe renounced then,
is...
we don't really have anything. Or...
Renounced.
No.
That's really rare,
specific.
though. That's
It's very
thing.
specific, yeah.
Yeah. Remembered?
Remember? Oh, roared.
Roared. We have...
Nothing like that.
I was gonna... Well, what are we going to do for Y, then?
We'll get there.
I mean, there aren't too many for
roaring
Y.
and... Okay, spoiler, we have wailed already for that, but that's different from roaring. Roaring is angry, wailed is sad, I think. So...
Yeah, you're right.
Roared. I say roared. Roared! Put roared down!
But I like recalled and remember. Anyway,
Well,
all right,
I
fine.
don't-
Roared it is. Roared it is.
Fine.
We got a lot for R. It's quite...
Yeah, it's really, really, really something.
It's really numerous, isn't it?
Snapped. Okay,
All right,
so S,
now,
snapped. Shot
so
back.
S, snapped. Shot. I'm going to include the word back in parentheses because obviously it's usually included together.
Snarled.
Shot, snarled, sneered.
Said!
Snickered.
Said! Classic!
It's an alternative. We're talking about alternatives.
Put it down!
Fine, I'm putting it in brackets.
Do whatever you want. Said.
Shouted.
Shouted.
Swore.
Yeah! We're back!
Once again! Oh, boy. I feel like there's... Stated.
Stated, yes.
I feel like there's a couple more.
There's probably a bunch we're missing, though. Our brains are spaghetti.
Snickered spat. Oh, that's...
Oh, yeah, spat!
That... Okay, sorry. This has nothing to do with S, but I'm curious to have your opinion on this. The word glower, do you think it's actually a speech verb?
I don't know, but it sounds cool, so yes.
Like, that's something you do as you're speaking, but it doesn't really inform your speech.
I don't know.
Because that'd be like saying he glared, as if it were like
I don't
that
know.
was
So
the way
you
were
could
saying
glare
it.
something. Like, glare can also mean like a big thing of light. So if you have light coming out of your mouth, then if you
Yeah, right.
you swallow a nightlight and it's just permanently in your throat, but you can still breathe somehow. Every time you open your mouth, it's like until the battery dies.
Okay, so I already have snickered. Do you think sniggered would be?
Yeah, put it in there. I don't care.
All right. We're not using it as the word.
No, we should. I put my foot down.
No. Actually, okay. Fun story.
Oh, do we have time for fun stories? We're already an hour and 10 minutes into this thing. We're still in the first one. Most of our episodes are over by this point.
If you stop it, it'll be over if you stop interrupting. I was a real big Thomas the Tank Engine fan as a kid. There's a forum that I would go to, and anybody who wrote a story using the word sniggered, it would automatically filter to the word in the middle would become black person, and so it was like split
Splack person. Splack person.
Black person.
I can put that in. Splack person.
No.
I think you should. Splack.
Scolded, sobbed, sighed.
Yes.
There's probably a couple more here. Soothed.
Stewed, yes.
Soothed. Shouted.
Stewed.
Good one.
Thank you.
I honestly don't think we need to keep going too much because we have to pick one out of all these.
Snarled. Wait, no, do we have anything like snarled?
We already have roared right above it.
Oh, wait now. Oh, that's a little bit quieter, but sure. Okay, fine. Swore. give me my swore, damn it.
You're putting your foot down, aren't you?
Swore.
Oh,
Give me a better option.
Well, I was thinking
swore.
scolded, honestly.
What?
I was thinking scolded.
Fine, we'll do scolded.
Well, I mean...
Fine, I understand.
Why shouldn't
we? You don't
we
even care about me, David.
It's not that I don't care about you. I'm saying...
Yeah, you don't understand me.
You're right, I don't.
I don't understand me either, to be fair. I look at myself in the mirror all the time and I'm like, why?
Alright. So, teased. Told. Talked.
Tattletaled. Double points.
Tattled is the word.
Transformed. No.
Yeah, testily is an adverb, but tested is not really a speech thing. Transformed.
Nope, I made that. I don't know.
No, it doesn't work.
Tor-
You said it doesn't work. I'm just thinking.
Translated.
Translated. That's a good one. Relevant to me.
Transcribed.
Transcribed is writing, taking from speech to write.
Reverse transcribed. Oh, speaking of which, read.
Yeah, we didn't do that one. Like the easiest one in the book. And we did. Oh, we did do narrated. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, transcribed.
Attested? That's A. Do we already have that?
Oh, we didn't do attested. We do not have, I believe.
Another A. We keep adding A's.
Another A, as if we needed more.
Well, we need more R's, I think. Look, there's not nearly enough.
We need more R's. Okay. All right. So what's our word for T?
I like talked because it's so dumb.
That's why you're choosing it, because it's dumb.
Yeah.
I honestly kind of like
tattled.
tattled.
Yeah,
because
okay,
it's
tattled.
really unique. It's really unique, and it covers a circumstance that we aren't going to get anywhere else. Although transcribed is probably not going to show up again, so oh well. You
Uttered. Understood.
I mean, yes, but that's
If we can't, just throw it in there. I can't think of anything else other than uttered. So. What's the thing that Native Americans do? Ululated.
Ululated. Urged.
Wait, urged.
Other page. Yeah, I'm not thinking of too many myself.
Okay, there we go.
So I'd say urged.
I'd say, yeah, I agree.
Best.
Urged.
But ululated is a really fun word.
Well, thank you. Hey, yep. Sorry.
Oh, speaking of which, that just gave me another one for Y.
We'll get to Y.
We'll get to Y, but first V.
V. Oh dear God.
You left this one for me, you jerk.
I just went every other one, starting with, I don't even remember which one.
Your happy accident.
That was such a happy accident.
Voiced, vocalized.
Voxed. I don't... Vexed?
Vexed is a state of anger, right? That's not speaking.
Yeah. Oh, gee. I don't want to remind me of a gushed. Like, oh my God, that's so good.
Oh my God, it's so awful. What are you doing?
No, like the gushed, you know, like, oh, that's the best.
Not gushy.
That's the best story I've ever read.
He's the cutest boy I've ever seen. His hair just like shines like rainbows.
What?
Anyway. I don't know. Gushing, dang it.
Shines like rainbows. Admittedly, glow-in-the-dark rainbow does sound pretty cool. Rainbow you can see at night.
Oh, jeez. Voice.
I'm just imagining.
If you prefer vocalized, well, screw you. I'm going with voiced.
Yeah, voiced is fine. I don't really care for either of them.
W. Warned.
Warned. Wailed.
Wailed.
Westernized. Back to Gary, Indiana. That's what Gary, Indiana means. You make something that's really, I don't know.
Whispered. Can I have my whisper rant?
Sure.
It'll take less than 2 minutes.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's about me. I think we were talking about this in the podcast before, but yeah.
I honestly don't know if I did, but anyway, whispered.
We did that one.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, about.
Guys, seriously, if you're going to use whispered is something that you're not trying to share with a bunch of people.
Really?
If you're talking to yourself, that might be mumbling, murmuring. It's fine. But whispered is something that nobody is supposed to hear except that like one person or you. So why, if you're talking to an entire group, are you whispering?
Because they're just
seriously.
Quietly.
Yeah, speaking quietly, but there are other words to.
I'm knitting here, by the way. That's what I'm doing
quietly.
here. In my defense of whispering, I'm knitting.
There are other words to use for like quiet speaking that
like
don't
knitted,
imply whispered,
apparently.
because
Like,
whispered is like
really
sharing secrets.
really-
Whispered is a very specific time, so if you overuse it, it undermines the purpose of whispering.
Undermine. No.
That's not really a speech word either. But anyway,
I don't know.
You know. This is the thing that bothers me about, and Donald is guilty of this.
That's why
I honestly
you
was
get
keeping
angry
track of how many. I was keeping track of how many times he misused the word whispered. Like I get what he.
Well, why don't you just make a drinking game out of it then?
Well, that's actually okay. I don't do drinking games, but otherwise that might be fun.
Well, I'm glad.
Anyway,
I'm glad that you don't think I did so much that you were afraid you'd die if you did.
However, what are we doing for our word? I think you were talking earlier about using wailed here. Do we want to do that as opposed to whispered?
Yeah, sure.
All right, wailed it is.
Although I guess whispered, we don't really have anything else like it up there. Except for me.
Well, we do have murmur, don't we? What would
Oh,
we do
okay.
for M?
No,
Mouth,
we can
which
do-
is very similar to whispered. Okay, X.
X-rayed.
I honestly have no idea what to do with this one. Okay, so we did our pre-alphabet, right? And we alternated letters.
Yes,
and,
and by a
ended up
happy
getting both
accident.
X and Z. It sucked. Awful. And so, like, for X, the only thing I could think of was either we skip it entirely because words don't actually start with the letter X.
All the
or we
Xaviers
use
in
a
the
word
world
that
would
starts
like
with
to
EX.
Xeroxed! Like when you're just copying someone else's.
So if we're going on the, X sound, which is the only way you'll get X at all.
I think we should put
Xerox.
Xerox.
Is not a speech
it's
thing.
like when you're plagiarizing some others.
No, that doesn't. That's
It's
so
something.
It's so irregular.
It's something.
I was going to say we'll take the X words from E, so like
That's
explained,
nothing.
exploded.
Xeroxed.
Well, the other option is to skip it entirely because Xeroxed is totally not a word referring to speech.
I think if you're talking to something and if you say something that someone else said and you say it exactly, imitated.
That's an.
Oh, we already
word.
do that.
Yes.
We already had
Imitated,
that.
we already have.
No,
we have intimated. Imitated is different. You're right.
I'm going to say Xeroxed.
I
I can
going
edit
to
this
take all
document
of the
too,
X
you know.
words.
Xeroxed.
I'm going to take all of the
There we
X
go.
words first and put them down there anyway, whether we end up doing Xeroxed or not.
I think
Stupid
Xerox is a
that is. Explain
brand anyway.
We
so
can't use. We can't. It is a brand, so you really shouldn't use it.
I'm putting it in there.
Explained. I see that you did.
Okay.
It's
Exploded.
really funny though because it isn't. Exploded was. I'm trying to make sure there aren't any others though because I have to look all the way up at E before I do.
All the way up.
Exclaimed, expressed, explained, exclaimed. I already have. Oh my god! Exploded. Those three, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, exploded is the last one.
All right, so the answer is obviously Xeroxed.
Well, I mean, if you want an actual X word, it has to be Xerox, but that's a brand name. You can't use it in your writing. So
okay. If you get money from Xerox to use that in your writing, by all means, do Xerox.
I'm doing.
Also, it should be capitalized, I guess, if we do that.
Exactly, which is why I'm capitalizing it. All right, moving on.
Thank you.
Okay. No. Okay, hold on. Did I use exploded? I think we can't use explained. We already used it for E.
So exploded is.
Well, I was gonna say, do we want to do expressed here? Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Nah.
Do we have something like exploding?
I guess we have roared, but
roared, which not really the same. Okay, but why? As we've been doing this, I've been coming up with quite a few alternatives for why.
Yeah, yelled, yapped, yodeled, yelped.
Yelped. Okay, there we go.
You got any more?
There aren't. Well, those are the ones I came up with as we were going. I didn't honestly expect there to be so many because yelled is kind of like the immediate choice and the only choice.
Well, since yelled is too obvious, I guess we could do yelped or yapped.
We could, or we could do yodeled. That'd be funny.
Yodel, 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 yodel,
which is really rare.
That sounds as pleasing to the ear as real yodeling when we do it.
Okay, well, yodeled is a hyper-specific circumstance, so maybe we shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yelped?
Yeah,
yelled is too obvious.
Yelped it is, yeah, sure.
All right, yelped it is. Oh my god, this is hilarious. All right,
finally,
last one.
Big
Z.
fat Zed.
only to come up with approximately one word, and that was
zing. I guess zapped. Not really. I don't know.
Zapped? Yeah, I mean, I suppose if we're doing freaking knitted, we can do zapped, but...
If we did Xerox, we could do zapped. How the two zinged?
Well, I think the only word that makes sense is zinged, and I was honestly almost amazed I came up with anything at all, which I was really unhappy that I got stuck with Z.
Oh, what a happy accident. Okay,
so,
after an hour and 24 minutes.
Sorry, real quick. Rechanging A, or are we keeping announced?
I want to move on from this so bad. Let's just keep it.
Okay, well, let's not read the alphabet then, because you guys will be able to see that.
I will put this on there to make this entire thing worth something.
Just the words we chose. The other ones you'll have to listen to the podcast for, which, why not? But anyway, okay, so the next thing we're going to do, this one's, I call this part 2, or Find Your Pack.
Yes.
Find Your Pack. So, obviously, animal groups are various and have lots of fun names,
yes,
and are really crazy sometimes. So
what do you call a group of crows half covering a branch? An attempted murder.
An attempted murder. I was wondering what you were doing with the on the branch thing. Like, I know it's a murder of crows, but anyway. So both Donald and I researched some of these names,
yes,
and came up with 5 questions, and we're going to ask the other host.
Intermittently, I'm assuming.
intermittently. So we're going to go back and forth. I don't know who's going to go first. Do we want to flip a coin for it?
You go first because you did first
All right.
on the what
I'll
we
go
were
first.
put in other rip-off stuff.
Okay, well, we'll keep the same order then. So
Yep.
I'm going to ask my questions, and we'll see if he's right. So here we go. I have to pull up the questions. Hold on.
I got them up right
All
here.
right.
I'm prepared.
Yeah, no, well, I was looking at the other document. Okay, so part 2. Okay, so question number 1.
Yes.
A pack of buffalo is called what? A herd. B, a gang. C, a clouder.
Herd is too obvious. Gang doesn't seem like buffalo. I'm gonna say clouder. Is it herd? What is
The
it?
correct answer is
What?
B, a gang.
Oh.
There is also one thing I did find.
I guess gang makes sense because buffalo could also mean to bully someone. That's a word of alternative to buffalo.
There is also the word obstinacy, and I'm laughing because that wasn't a pack of donkeys.
That's pretty funny. I mean, they are a bunch of asses, aren't they?
Also, okay, so clouder actually is a group. It is a group of cats.
Oh yeah, clouder of cats. That's right.
Like you knew that.
Yeah, I did know that.
Okay,
Yeah,
anyway.
a gang. Yeah, that makes sense because buffalo it's like can also mean to bully someone.
So
Hey.
Donald does not get that point.
Okay, well here, so because buffalo can also mean to bully someone, and buffalo is this type of animal, and buffalo is also a location. Do you know that the sentence buffalo, 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 buffalo is completely grammatically correct?
What? I don't even want to puzzle that out right now because we're way too late.
It's buffalo from the city of Buffalo can buffalo other buffalo from the other city of Buffalo.
Yeah, but you're ignoring all of the interior words, so it
Buffalo,
makes no sense.
buffalo,
Anyway, go
buffalo,
ahead.
buffalo,
Ask
buffalo.
your question.
Okay. All right. So I've got more birds and reptiles and such. So, all right. Okay, David. A group of owls. You know, hoot hoot. You know, owls.
All right.
I'm really tired. A group of owls is called A, a capital, B, a parliament, C, a constitution.
I love the theme you came up with there.
Thanks.
I'm answering B, a parliament of owls.
You're correct. You're smarter than I am.
Ding, ding,
Or you
ding.
cheated.
No, I didn't cheat, honestly. I did not
All
look,
right,
but
fine.
I did know that one beforehand.
Oh,
Okay.
well then poo to
So-
you. Okay.
All right, question number 2. A pack of herring is called what? A, an army. B, a hover. C, a shiver.
I'm going to say hover because it's alliterative and that's funny.
Correct answer is A, an army.
No!
Okay, so this one's funny too. Hover is actually a group for trout, but trout is a different fish than herring.
Oh,
So,
wait.
nice guess.
Wait. What a wasted opportunity. A hover of herrings.
Yeah, you're right. And C, by the way, shiver, is a group of sharks.
A shiver of sharks. Well, I guess all
Awesome.
there's sharks in groups. I guess hammerheads can often kind of school together. I don't know, but...
All right, so Donald still has 0 points.
And,
Your question.
okay. A group of woodpeckers is called A, a plunge, B, a dive, C, a descent.
Woodpeckers. I do not know this one, but I'm
Yes.
gonna guess C, a descent.
Dang it, you're correct.
So I've got 2 points.
Yep.
All right.
This is what a metaphor
No.
for my life.
Question number 3. A pack of squid is called what? A litter. B, a bed. C, an audience.
I've heard audience before as another animal, but the fact that you're using these from other creatures is much more sneaky. So, I'm gonna say audience.
Correct answer is C, an audience.
Yes! I got way too excited about that. I'm sorry.
So Donald finally has a point on the board.
Yeah, 1-2. Let's see.
Oh, by the way, bed actually is a group of oysters. in case
Oh,
you're
that's
curious.
right. Well, litters.
Litter is not related to any aquatic animal, of course. Litter of like small pet animals. Anyway, moving on.
All right, finally, last bird. A group of nightingales is called A, a watch, B, a listening, C, a taste.
Oh, man. Because of all the pop culture surrounding nightingales, like the song A Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square, I'm going to say B, a listening.
You are incorrect! It's a watch! Haha!
I suppose that was my next guess. I knew it wasn't taste. That'd be dumb.
I mean, a lot of these are dumb, to be fair.
I do like the theme you came up with there. That actually
all these have themes, so...
Yeah. Anyway,
all right.
So I got 2 points, and Donald has 1. So all right, we'll see. We'll see if you get this one though. This one's really fun. A pack of bees is called what? A cloud. B, a grist. C, a business.
I've also heard business for type of animals. And that worked for me well last time. I was going to say a business.
The correct answer is B, a grist.
Dang it, I was going to say that because it was an odd one out of the bunch, too. But,
okay, so these ones are... Obviously, you have hive or swarm. Both apply to bees. Grist is another one. It's a little out there. However, cloud and business refer to groups of bugs, different bugs. In this case, a cloud of grasshoppers and a business of flies.
Oh, that's right.
The more you know.
Indeed.
Anyway,
maybe
Donald,
it's
that's 1
busyness
point.
of flies, because they're often kind of busy when they're kind of... Well, I guess bees are also busy.
Bees are also known as being very busy animals.
Busy
anyway,
bees.
so Donald,
yes.
You have 1 point.
It looks like all I can do is hope to tie up now.
If I get the rest of these wrong, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, finally, we're moving on to some... I guess I have no reptiles, I just have amphibians. A group of...
You should have gone harder for a reptile.
I don't know. A group of frogs is called A, a legion, B, a force, C, an army.
Wow.
These are hardcore frogs.
These are hardcore frogs, yes. Honestly, I can't say I've ever heard of this one, but I'm really tempted to go with the one that makes any amount of sense that I think I've heard before, and that's C, an army.
Dang it, you're correct. I was hoping you wouldn't get that because you already had an army of herring. But,
all right, so I've got 3 points.
Okay, well, it's lost for me, but I'm gonna keep going like a good sport.
All right, so Donald, you have 1 final question. Question number 5: a pack of cockroaches is called what?
A nightmare. But okay.
Sorry, not one of your options.
Aww.
A, an infestation.
Ooh.
B, a swarm. C, an intrusion.
Such pleasant words for such a pleasant animal.
I love the name choices I came up with for these, if I may say so.
I'm gonna say an intrusion.
All right, what you thinking?
Because they really do that. They intrude.
The correct answer is... Well, I mean, they also infest, too.
I mean, I guess it's true.
And they also... And you know...
Hopefully they don't swarm too much.
Roach hotels? Hello? The correct answer is... C, an intrusion.
Yes! I
2
would have
points
tied
for
it if you hadn't guessed army there. Or I guess, maybe not. You'll see what you do for the final one here.
Well, this one, I have no idea what to do with this one. I'm looking at
okay, speaking of hardcore... a group of salamanders...
Oh, Jesus.
...is called A, a tornado. B, a maelstrom. C, a turbulence.
Oh, jeez.
The fun zoologists must have had, or I guess herpetologists, because they can do...
Well, in this case...
Reptiles and amphibians, or I guess... Or maybe those aren't amphibians, too, I don't know. Well, the fun a zoologist of amphibians must have had coming up with this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and guess that it is... C, a turbulence.
You are incorrect. It is a maelstrom.
That was my next guess, but
A
I didn't think
maelstrom
of
of
a tornado
salamanders.
was
I'm just
right.
picturing a bunch of thousands of poor salamanders spinning all violently and uncontrollably into the abyss. Poor salamanders. It was nice knowing all of you.
All right, so the final score: David with 3 points and Donald with 2, which means I technically quote unquote win. We have a whole set of between us. However,
What's your prize?
I don't get anything except bragging rights, and I'm not going to use them. So no big deal.
I'm a brag. I got
Anyway.
second. Yeah.
Yeah.
First loser.
Anyway, so I did some actual research. Obviously, I told you some of the names that I used in my options, but there are
Right.
some other ones that I couldn't use in my questions that I just wanted to share with you, listeners,
course.
for the fun of it. A group of jellyfish. A group of jellyfish is known, well, amongst a couple other terms, is known as a bloom or a smack of jellyfish.
A smack. That's what one's very nice and soft, one's very harsh. I guess it's kind of like a
how about
jellyfish, because
lobsters?
jellyfish are often nice, but then they sting you.
How about lobsters? It's a risk of lobsters.
I mean, it's risky for the lobsters. Red Lobster might come in there and be like,
A group of apes.
look
could
at this
be known-
buffet.
A group of apes could be known as a shrewdness.
I mean, they're keen, those apes. They're
I've
clever.
never actually heard this word before, so I'm going to spell it out for you. A group of badgers is known as a CETE. I'm thinking the pronunciation is seat of badgers. No, I have no idea what the heck it is.
Badgers,
I'm just
if you know anything
wondering
about them in the
why-
real world, are freaking terrifying. So I can see them. A group of them is not good news.
Yeah, fair enough.
Honey badgers can scare off lions
although
off
I
a
read
carcass.
Redwall, I read the series Redwall, so like I love badgers.
A badger
at least in
lords,
story.
yes.
Anyway, a group of bats, a cauldron of bats.
Nice.
Love that name.
That's the
Love
coolest
that
one
name.
so far.
Group of bears. Do you know what that is?
Bad news.
Nice joke, but no, it's a sloth. Why a sloth?
There's also sloth bears. So you could say a sloth of sloth bears.
All right, I don't know.
Baloo in A Jungle Book is a sloth bear, by the way. So if he had
All
a
right,
bunch of
fair enough.
friends, that'd be a sloth of sloth bears.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so I'm gonna just read like 2 more, and then the rest of them are available. We're gonna link the site that we use to do our research in the description, so you can go ahead and look for yourself.
Yes.
I just found these ones intriguing. So
Right.
a couple more. The last couple I want to read. A group of hippopotamuses.
Hippopotami, yeah. It's
is
called
a thunder.
Is a what?
Is a thunder.
I mean, it's fitting.
Exactly. It's great. I love it. Oh, and I can't go without reading this one. A group of lemurs is known as a conspiracy.
I mean, that's the only reason I can think of why they were in Dinosaur. It was a big conspiracy about the executive really liking lemurs in the Disney movie Dinosaur. Why else would there be lemurs in there other than a big conspiracy?
All right. So that is the end of our Find Your Pack game show.
All right,
To
2 more to go.
continue-
This is going to be the
2 more to
longest
go.
episode yet.
Well, I don't know. The Witties might have it be.
No,
depending
the
on
Witties
how
is...
how much you have to cut.
If we have to finish this in 7 minutes, then it would be shorter. But otherwise, we're...
Depending on how much you cut.
That is
Anyways,
true. I'm going to cut that
part
entire thing with
3.
set. No, I'm not. Make it from the longest to the shortest.
All right, so here's part 3: severe color blandness.
Yeah.
A joke on not seeing color very well. In case you didn't get that, and hopefully no one's offended.
I'm
There is a
offended.
really
No.
awesome color infographic that I found.
Yes.
We'll link it in the description as well. We're actually looking at this as we do this next activity.
Right.
But here's what's going to happen. We are going to choose. We are going to create 2 different coat of arms using a set of basic colors. But instead of just using the basic ones, we're going to include like degrees using shades, words, not an RGB slider,
Right.
or something to at least differentiate it from the base.
Of course.
And then we'll share those with you. And both Donald and I came up with like brief like tales to go with these. coat of
Mine
arms.
calls back
So-
to an older episode of the Writ.
Exactly. Improvising. Anyway, to first start, I need to explain the colors that we are using.
Yes.
So, there are 11 unambiguous colors,
Yes.
meaning they don't blend in with anything else. They are distinct. And those colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, pink, purple. Some might call it violet, but that's not neither here nor there.
Yes.
Black, gray, white, and brown.
I think gray can be either white or black, depending on the lighting, but I don't know.
Well, depending on the lighting, it is in between, and it is in its own set of colors. This color thesaurus graphic takes those and tan as one more base color and finds 20 different alternatives for each colorway.
Right. Some of them you kind of have to put the color afterwards. It's just a good descriptor of it, but still.
Exactly. So we're using those in part to create different coat of arms for factions or whatever. So, since I've gone first pretty much every other time, I'm going to let Donald take this one away.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay, so I'm going back to the great story that we got a lot of reviews for in episode 6 of the Writ, criticism and other feedback. But, so in case you recall, if you've been a long-time listener of the show, there was a book called The Kerfuffle of Blah, that by Mohammed Smith, that we read some reviews for and talked about, like, if this was our reviews, how could we, you know...
How could we use them?
Yep, and I chose Kerfuffle Blah because it's like a load of nothing, basically.
Exactly.
It could be whatever I wanted. So I came up with 2 factions of this great world of the Blah universe, the Blahverse, or whatever. First we got the Phoenix Corps, a fierce army feared throughout the Blah universe. The notorious masterminds behind the famous Kerfuffle of Blah. Their coat of arms has a base of fire orange, with a light smothering of flaxen yellow, and a mahogany red outline of a great phoenix within. They cause quite the kerfuffle and quite the catastrophe. Maybe they'll enact an opening battle sequence that lasts far too long, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, memories. Okay, since this is kind of linked and these are kind of short, I guess I'll keep going. I only have the other one, if you don't mind, David.
Yeah, yours already are connected, so go ahead.
Alright, next we got the Hullabaloo Guard. The great defenders of the Blah universe. In case you recall, the sequel to Kerfuffle Blah was called the Hullabaloo of Blah.
Exactly.
So the Hullabaloo Guard contained the great Kerfuffle and maintained the ensuing Hullabaloo. Whatever that entails. Their coat of arms has a sangria purple base with a cobalt blue lining the edges, and the parakeet...
I'm glad you're using this.
What?
I'm glad you're using this.
And the parakeet's green outline of a cartoon-style juggler. Because, you know, Hullabaloo. There we go. Those are my coat of arms of different colors that one can use. I didn't really need to use this. I always use acid green, red,
yeah, I was
blue.
gonna say, and I love how acid green isn't even a choice on here. It's not.
I'm gonna look over this thing and then go to some find and replace stuff real good in my other in Megazoic, you know.
Real professional. All right. Well, we recommend this graphic, and Donald obviously used it in his. I tried not to look at it while I was writing mine.
Well, I'm creative like that.
I chose terms that I did know that weren't just plain. So my 2 coat of arms are not related. The first one is the main colors are forest green, and then the wood grain brown, I should say.
Nice.
So like not, I was debating between tree trunk and like grain of wood when you actually like cut it, when you make it into a 2x4, for example.
Right.
They're very different shades of brown, of course.
Right.
And I think in the end I wanted to go with the lighter one to offset the darker green.
Right.
So I'm
Makes
going
sense.
with wood grain brown. There is a bear on the insignia somewhere. I don't know what this design looks like exactly, but the group is called the Grizzly Guard.
Nice.
These imposing soldiers are tasked with keeping the kingdom of Erfalir safe from the evil warlocks and witches that plague the elven forest.
Oh no, not the warlocks and witches! Keep them away from those elves.
Which is why they have camouflageable colors on their coat.
Camouflageable, what a word.
Yeah, such a not existent word. Anyway.
Not existent. Okay.
Non-existent word. Anyways,
Wow.
Second one is 2 main colors. There are sunset orange and
Pretty.
thunderhead gray.
Whoa.
I love that. I love that idea. I don't know if it's obvious to see.
I don't know what it
everybody
entails,
knows
or I don't know what it looks like, but
But it just sounds cool, doesn't
It
it?
sounds really cool, and as a component.
And everybody's interpretation of it might be slightly different, but that's kind of the point with writing, right? If we actually made a graphic of these coat of arms and you could see it, then it'd take some of that imagination aspect away.
But that's kind of the point, that we're trying to make it so that you don't need the graphic in order to see it clearly with your mind using these new color descriptors.
And that's why I use such strong words as Thunderhead Gray. However, on this coat of arms, there is a falcon.
Ooh.
The group is known solely as the Falcon Regiment. Their worst enemies wield gear adorned with slate gray and inscribed with mice. Falcon Regiment warriors are known for diving headfirst into battle without concern for what's happening around them.
Like a falcon.
And many wear red undertunics to cover the sight of blood in battle.
Nice. So bad guys can't see them bleed.
Exactly. Now you're catching on.
Ugh. Nice job, Deadpool.
Thanks, Deadpool. Anyways,
all right.
Those are our coat of arms. As we said, we're linking the color thesaurus, so you can take a look at that for yourself.
Finally.
Great options.
Yes.
Other options as well. However, the one that's going to take probably... No, it won't take as long. But it
won't take as long as the other one.
Let's get to part 4.
But this will be the most fun. This will be way more fun than the said thing, I think.
To be fair, I was going to do more with part 3, but we're so late into recording now that I'm going to punt on that.
No worries.
And we'll just go straight into part 4, which is blank your carcass.
It's Mad Libs, basically.
To a movement. It's blank referring to a movement verb.
Right.
So like the phrase "move your carcass."
Yes.
Anyway, we're doing this with Mad Libs. So what this means is that we're going to give the other host a story that we've not shared and fill in blanks, and then we'll read the result for you on the podcast.
Yes.
So this should be chaotic as all heck.
I'm looking forward to this.
Who's going to go first?
So, you want to go first or you want me to go first to continue the...
I don't know. Well, we just switched it, so you went first last time. So if you want to go first again, that's fine by me, but...
All right, I'll go first. All right.
Okay.
For what's worth, okay, I'm going to do a segment from my story, the first Megazoic book. I won't say what exactly, it's to surprise both you and also David.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I created an original story, so hopefully it's amusing.
I did not put that much work into mine. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Type of group.
Type of group. Let's go with cluster. I'm typing these on our document as well, in case you're curious. Oh, you're probably... Never mind, go ahead.
I'm typing it on mine, too, but okay, you can type it.
You're typing it on the story version, you're right. Sorry, go ahead. All right.
I'm going to edit a lot here. Vehicle.
Exactly. A vehicle. Hoverboat.
Cool. All right, movement verb.
Twirled.
Great. Adjective.
Adjective. Skinny.
Type of government.
Republic.
Indeterminate number pronoun.
Indeterminate.
Let's
go with... Well, score refers to a certain number, so I can't use that. So let's go with... Few.
All right. Adjective, ending in ER.
Oh, boy.
Sure, this is riveting content.
Prettier?
Sure! Actually works kind of well. Okay.
Don't tell me that!
I'm not gonna... Alright, fine. Period of time.
Millennia.
Nice. Weather.
Okay, do you mean like weather condition?
Yes.
Or like... Okay, hail.
That's really... Adjective.
Impatient?
Nice! I love this! Okay. Verb.
Does it have to be speech or movement or just a verb?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay. Somersaulted!
Actually, okay, it is present tense, but I'll put that.
Okay.
That's fine, I'll do somersault.
Somersault, okay.
Said equivalent. Or speech verb, I guess.
Inferred.
Yep. Adjective.
Different one, huh? Hold on.
Yep.
Sparkly.
Nice. Noun.
Zebra?
Yes. This is gonna be the best. Oh, I can't wait to read this. All right, plural noun.
Can I ask for one hint? Should I go for the same as I had, or should I make it different on purpose?
It's different.
It's different. Okay, make it different. Okay. Oh my god. Let's go with
Pick another savannah animal if you want out.
savannah animal. I was thinking about it. Gazelle.
Yeah.
I love the thing that's really fun about Mad Libs is like you kind of come up with your own story as you're writing things and it has nothing to do with the actual story.
Right, exactly. All right, profession or job or career, I guess.
Hunter.
That's too similar here. Okay, fine.
Well, you said I mean, I'm sorry, I'm on a theme. Okay, never mind. Let's
Yeah,
do okay. Okay, fine, I'll change it. Wet nurse.
Cool.
Oh my god.
What's worth is actually I used this several times, so I have to.
Oh my god. Okay.
Another movement verb.
Crawled.
Crawled. I'm sorry, I have to add wet nurse somewhere else here. Okay, type of building.
Warehouse.
Verb.
Snoozed.
Yes. All right. Speech verb.
Screamed.
Movement verb.
Leaped.
Leaped.
Leaped. I suppose if it'd be more grammatically correct, you can use the PT. Verb.
Actually, no. Can you do another one, please? Because actually, that's kind of close to what it originally was.
Oh, what does that matter? Okay, fine. Let's see then. Past tense.
It's actually present tense, or future tense.
Present
actually.
tense. Future tense. So will whatever.
Or ing. Actually.
Ing. Okay. Movement verb. Dang it! I was gonna do laughing. I'm like that doesn't work. Swimming.
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 Okay, I'm going back to leaping because it's a hoverboat and that actually doesn't work. That's too far. Leaping it is. Okay.
Okay, so vehicle one is the same vehicle one, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Verb is different?
Yes.
Verb. Swept.
Cool. All right, a type of emotion. A noun.
A noun. Disappointment.
That's great. Speech verb.
Wailed. Because we already have that one. Disappointment. That just makes sense.
Another speech verb.
Joked.
Ing verb.
Walking.
Type of job or career profession, I guess.
And this is not the same as wet nurse, right?
Nope.
Okay. Bus driver.
Well, I got into this in multiple times.
Oh my god, this is gonna be great.
I think I'm just gonna read this one right away if you don't mind, just because people don't forget.
Well, I mean, come on. Okay, well,
I mean, well, it makes it more orderly, I guess.
Okay, whatever. Suit yourself. All right, so ing verb, I see it's listed as one, so I'm assuming again walking.
Noun plural.
Noun plural. Different from the gazelle earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay. Infants.
You're really on an infant wet nurse sort of weird sort of thing
I
here.
don't know if it's gonna come back. I just figured it would be funny.
Okay. Noun.
Umbrella.
Finally, location.
Location. I had too many things from various different places, so I can't do anything. Harbor.
All right, you ready to hear this amazing story?
Oh, I'm so eager to hear this story right now.
Okay. Cortan and the rest of the Psi cluster still hung from the hoverboat as they twirled across the skinny scrubland that made up the Terranian Republic. The only change in the environment had few to do with the scenery. It was far prettier than it had been a millennia ago. And the slightest bit of hail started to fall on the impatient clouds above them. Just somersault, he inferred. Somersault, somersault, somersault. The Terranians have sparkly zebra as their main advantage, and I'm a zebra nerd. But they have gazelle, and I'm no wet nurse. They have sparkly gazelle, and I'm crawling directly towards their main warehouse of operations. Ugh. Snooze, wet nurse, Warwick screamed. We're going up there, unless you'd rather start leaping off this hoverboat and sweeping upon the ground. Is that really an option? Corton asked, with more disappointment than one might expect. You heard me when I wailed that I'm no wet nurse, right? You are a wet nurse, Warwick joked to the sign raptor. You're walking with the Laurasian bus drivers against the same enemy we're walking. You're not officially enlisted with the Laurasia bus drivers, but you are a wet nurse. Don't you ever start doubting it. We're walking with infants. You're walking with an umbrella. And we're walking on the same harbor on the same side. That's enough to start calling you a part of the Psi cluster.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Pretty good, right?
That was amazing.
Listeners, write your stories like that.
Well, I mean, if you write it like that, then you're bound for some hilarity, but at the same time, won't necessarily make sense. Like, why is a wet nurse being employed by a group of bus drivers?
Because they're walking with infants.
Oh my god.
All right, your turn.
Oh boy. Okay, so, like Donald did, I'm gonna have to go into my document here and edit in the document while he's. If you want to type it on the sheet,
I'd rather not, but I can.
Well, hey, I did. It gives you
Okay,
something to
fine,
do
I'll
rather
do
than
it.
just come up with words. All right. Ed ending movement verb.
Moved.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going with?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Color.
Chartreuse.
Movement verb. Present tense.
I can't spell chartreuse, apparently.
CHARTREUSE.
EUSE. Okay.
Yeah, as opposed to UE.
All right. Movement verb.
Movement
Present
verb.
tense. Moves. No, I'm
Yes.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sneaks.
I'm gonna change the tense of that to make it make grammatical sense, but that's okay. Thank
Sneak.
you.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Different move.
Wow, there's a lot of moves. Fly.
Okay. First name.
Matt. No, I'm just kidding. Telemachus.
Telemachus. Hold on, I gotta edit that.
Telemachus.
That's how I spelled it. I have to edit into another place. Okay. All right. Move. Verb.
Paddle.
Oh, this will be good. ED movement.
Skipped.
Habitat.
Swamp. Somebody wants to...
ing movie. Ing move verb.
Oh God, so many movement verbs. You really...
I did that on I did that on purpose.
Oh,
That's
God.
why I created the story, so I could do that.
Power slid. Power sliding.
Oh my God, that's great. Okay, another separate moving verb.
Oh God. Okay. Smashing.
Okay. Movement ends with ed.
Blah, 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 blah. Tiptoed.
All right, like it. Genre of music.
Bluegrass.
Bluegrass. Thank you. That's awesome. Ed move.
God, somebody...
I did it on purpose.
I hate you for it. Okay. Crowd surfed. I'm really...
That's great. Okay.
I'm just...
ing moving.
Moonwalking. All these are concert related. I need a new sort of...
Ed moved.
I'm running empty here. Drove? Or drived, I
Sure.
got? We got drove. I
Sure.
guess.
No, well, that would be the correct grammar. Okay. So this one's a kind of... this one's a set, and it's an animal and their pack to, use what we just did.
So a murder.
Do you want to do, murder of crows, or do you want to do a maelstrom of salamanders?
Well, yeah, of course. Maelstrom of salamanders. Right.
Maelstrom of salamanders. Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay, saying, speech verb, ing ending.
Don't do ejaculating. Don't do ejaculating. Don't do ejaculating. I'm sorry. I'm a little boy. I'm such a dirty old person. A little person. I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's a movement verb again. Wait.
No, it's speech.
So you're not gonna do ejaculating.
I figured you didn't want to use that.
Oh, well, I don't see how I can use anything else. No.
Okay, you want it, then you got
Okay,
it.
fine. S black personing.
Lamenting. Okay. All right. Move.
Come on, hold on. I gotta put in maelstrom of salamanders.
You don't have to. I've got it here, but it's up to you.
All right. Spin.
Hold on, just a sec. I forgot to edit. I forgot to edit in Telemachus. All right, spin. Okay.
ED movement verb.
ED movement verb.
Oh my god.
Or more correctly, any past tense verb doesn't have to necessarily end in ed.
Well, okay, yeah. I guess danced. If we're just going all concert stuff.
Okay. Moved ed. A separate one.
Swarmed.
Swarmed.
I don't know.
All right. Last one. Well, at least for this sentence.
Oh man, what a sentence.
It is a great sentence. All right, so last one. ED movement verb.
Stampeded.
Stampeded. All right, love it. All right. Wild animal.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Why am I not surprised?
Okay, fine. I can do something else.
No, it's fine.
Cuttlefish.
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 Cuttlefish. Okay. ED movement.
Hovered.
Okay, this is great. Okay, moved. ED.
There's a lot of locomotion in this. Locomoted.
Locomoted. Okay, got it. You got it. Move. Present tense. Babbled? No, just kidding. That's not a movie.
It's Brooks move like that. That's all that babbles though are Brooks. Well, that's all Brooks do is babble.
Basically.
Sleepwalked. Sleepwalking.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. Habitat. Separate habitat.
Okay, area of swamp.
Yep.
Tundra.
Okay. ING, moving.
Oh my god. Plowing.
Plowing?
Plowing. Like plowing through snow. Or plowing through a crowd.
Yep, because you got Tundra. That works. Okay, said.
Alright, that's where my mind went. Knitted.
Of course you will. Okay. All right. Sorry, I gotta.
We're over 2 hours, by the way. First for the Writ.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's
But
okay.
hey, it's been fun. I hope.
I mean, I think it's fun to our
crazy.
listeners, though.
It's kind of crazy, but okay. Move.
Scurry.
Okay.
Look, don't you have a professional career?
Just am doing that right now.
Oh, you have it out of order. Okay.
Did I have it?
Oh, wait, no, I don't. I was skipped ahead. Okay. Podcaster.
Okay, move.
Okay. Gotta go with the classics. Walk.
Okay, said.
Caterwall.
All right. Last one, move.
Of course it's move. Backpedaled.
I will change it to fit the tense. It doesn't need to be D. Okay. Here we go!
I hate to see what kind of movement is involved in this story. I'm assuming it's about a bunch of trains.
You would assume what, are you right? We'll find out. All right. Tyler moved his chartreuse car to the driveway, ready to sneak on a long fly. With his dear friend Telemachus in the passenger seat to paddle along with, this long journey was looking to be really fun. As they skipped through the swamp, first power sliding their heads along with the music, then smashing as they took a break from the car, they tiptoed into a small area that was nearly abandoned. They heard bluegrass from between the trees and crowd surfed towards the source to see what was moonwalking over there. As they drove into the clearing, they noticed a maelstrom of salamanders lamenting loud enough for the world to hear. Oh my god. Sorry, let me reread that sentence because I couldn't do it without laughing. A maelstrom of salamanders lamenting loud enough for the world to hear. It was incredible. And they felt this strange desire to spin uncontrollably. They danced for hours without stopping. They swarmed straight through lunch and dinner. They stampeded without thinking about time passing them by. Suddenly, when a cuttlefish hovered nearby, they were shaken from their reverie and noticed just how dark it was. They locomoted back to find the car and were dismayed when they saw it wouldn't sleepwalk from the tundra. The battery had died in all the excitement. Well, said Tyler to Telemachus, we had a plowing party, didn't we? Yep, Telemachus knitted in response. Too bad we have to scurry ourselves to a repair shop. Where will we find that in this tundra? Maybe there's a nearby podcaster facility if we just walk ourselves.
Podcaster facility.
These legs are still good to backpedal.
You know all those existential rants I have at the beginning or end of every episode? It's because of stuff like this.
Come on, you were laughing.
I was, and I hated myself for it. Nah, that was pretty good.
Okay. Well, thanks for playing along.
All right,
my
we
gosh.
were out of time like an hour ago, but we're out of time for now, listeners.
Woo! So, those excerpts will be posted somewhere.
Yes.
No.
I will do my best. I will figure it out.
Okay, well, look for that in the description
Yes,
as well.
make it an adventure.
So if you have... So we're going to race through the rest of this. How can people get a hold of us? We obviously
Download
are
Writ on iTunes. Give us a like over there. Oh, you can do it. Talk faster.
Please. Helpful tips for the newbies, and the listeners. Please send us an email, Matt, D2Ts in that, at MatthewDonaldCreator.com. You can use your own email or the contact page on his website will suffice. Obviously, if you go to the website, you'll find more information about what we did today. Social media as well. You can follow Donald on Facebook.
Yes. Matthew Donald Creator. At Matthew Donald Creator.
Our alphabet of set alternatives will probably go up on his Facebook, on official Facebook page.
Definitely not my Twitter because there's too many characters. Speaking of which, you can find me on my Twitter at MatthewDonald64 and Instagram at MatthewDonald64.
All right, so I have to ask because it's in basically most of them. Why 64?
Oh, because we recorded 64 episodes of this podcast way back when. But I don't know, some Russians hacked me or something, or the hard drive crashed. I lost most of the later ones. We were recording these. We pre-recorded all these. I had to listen to and review all of them. Yes, you're hearing the reviewed podcasts. When we lost the later 39, I was so angry I nearly punched right through my computer. But just in time, I calmed down, and to commemorate all the hard work we did, I used the number for my social media.
But we still ended up losing the episodes. Anyway, all right.
This will make it all worth it.
Well, let's hope so. As I mentioned at different points throughout the parts, we're going to post all of the links and stuff in the description of this episode as well.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for sticking around with our craziness and the
marathon
challenge.
of an episode.
It was. We've never done anything like this. So in that respect, it was kind of cool, but also kind of exhausting. So
yeah.
Until
Thankfully,
next
I don't
month,
work tomorrow, so this is
until next month when we come up with something else. Thanks for sticking around, listeners, and listening to the Writ, the show where us two twits who talk about writting have talked ourselves out.
We talk about writting. We query about writting.
Yeah, we do a lot of things.
We roar about writting. We voice about writting. We scold about writting. We knit about writting.
We knit about writting. How ironic that ended up there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. So long, listeners.
It wasn't planned at all, honestly. All right, thanks for listening. Until next month, listeners, I'm Matt David.
I'm Matt Donald.
And we'll see you next month on the Writ.
Yep.
Have a good one. Keep writing. The Writ.